Hey, Matevz here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I make YouTube videos in less than 1 hour per week. And it's the same system that we use to help dozens of our clients to grow on YouTube and grow their businesses with it. So here, for example, is Austin, got 180,000 views in the last half a year. Then it's me, 33,000 views, Filipa, 45,000, Sahil, 24,000, and a bunch of others. And they all also got a bunch of business results. So consistent leads, consistent sales, or at least increased sales in their business just by making their YouTube production so efficient that it's easy to keep going and they can just keep posting, growing their audience on autopilot and basically growing their business through it. Now, all you need to get started with it is 3 simple steps. The first step of creating a YouTube video is getting the idea. Now here, the important thing is to just focus on one pain point that your target audience has. So for example, how I do this is I have a list of pain points of my target audience that my business offer solves. And when I start creating a YouTube video, I pick one of those pain points and make sure that I solve that specific pain point. If you solve multiple pain points in one video, it's gonna feel overwhelming and most of the audience will just care about one and then skip the rest of the video, which hurts the video performance. But if you focus on one pain point and make it the same pain point that your offer solves, you're going to attract people who have that pain point and also can be sold to later because they have the same problems, the same pain points that your offer already solves. Now, when you pick that pain point, you also have to pick the outcome on the other side. So an example here is if I teach you how to grow on YouTube, I pick the pain point, I don't know how to grow on YouTube. The outcome on the other side is by the end of the video, they know exactly the steps, the playbook on how to grow on YouTube, and my video becomes the bridge between the pain point and the outcome. And that way I deliver value to you and you start to trust me more because I just solved one of your problems. The second step is creating the script. And here with all of our clients, without exception, we use bullet points. And the reason behind this is if you write a word per word script, it's going to take you a really long time to do it. And most of the time, word for word scripts, they just don't feel as natural and authentic as just talking off the cuff does. So people are usually notice it and they don't feel as connected. They feel like you're selling to them. They feel like you're not as authentic as the other channels. So we always focus on bullet points, but a lot of people have problems with that. For example, one of our clients, Vlad here, he had big problems being on camera. You can see how his videos used to look like, and he didn't believe he could ever talk off of bullet points. He had problems even talking off of word for word script because he was so nervous on camera. And with the same system that we use for other clients, we helped him basically start talking off of bullet points like this in just 3 days. And the secret behind this is just including a simple visual in the video like I am doing right now. So basically you have to have a visual that helps you deliver the message across, but also makes the video more engaging. So in my case, this is this simple Canva presentation. In Vlad's case, he used a Google Doc to talk over. You can also use a Notion doc, you can use a mind map, or you can just use, and I've done this before, you can just use a simple whiteboard like this one and talk off the whiteboard. So there's a ton of option. The only thing that you have to really nail is to pick the visual that makes it as easy as possible for you to talk over it. So for me, it's mostly presentations, the whiteboard, and Notion docs. For Vlad, it was Google Docs. Basically, pick the one that you like. But most people, when they hear about this method of writing scripts and making it so easy to basically create videos, they say, won't the video have bad quality because you're going to be speaking off the cuff, and as you're going to see later, the recording isn't that different anyway because we just use simple software like this. Doesn't look good, right? So that depends. So how won't the video have bad quality? that depends on how quality looks like for you. And how quality looks like for most entrepreneurs is like this. So this is Charlie Morgan, for example. He built a YouTube channel of 180,000 subscribers and a $10 million business, coaching business off of it, helping agency owners grow their agencies. And his videos are basically just him solving one problem at a time, talking like beside the whiteboard and writing on it, and filmed on a phone. So no heavy production, no fancy cameras, no nothing, just him talking and solving one problem at a time. Here's Myron Golden. He also built a multi-million-dollar coaching business of his YouTube videos. He has a blackboard or a TV like that, writes on it and just speaks off the cuff. Here's Michael. He has a $500,000 coaching business also. He's actually one of our past clients, and he also talks off of Google Docs basically most of the time, just reads what's on a Google Doc, and he uses these videos to increase sales in his business. Now, you're going to ask, not you're gonna ask, but when I first saw this, I asked myself, doesn't this, like the low production quality, diminish the value of the videos, or at least make you look like you're not to be trusted? And what I learned is this. This is a quote from Charlie Morgan, the guy here that I just showed you with the $10 million coaching business. And he said, value is created when pain is alleviated, and pain is alleviated when problems are solved. And that means in order to deliver value for people and to make them trust you and to make them buy from you later, you most of the time don't need to focus on high production quality, animations, high editing budgets, anything like that. You just need to solve the pain points that they have so they start trusting you, so you deliver value, and basically later on maybe buy from you. So the last step after you create the script is recording. And here we just use either Loom, which is this software that I'm using right now. So why we use it is because you have it up here on the screen and you can just click on it, start recording, and just basically talk like I am right now. No fancy preparation, no anything. The other option, if you have an editor, is Demo Creator. So this is a really good software that records the camera and the screen separately, and if you have an editor, they can put them together, put your visuals and animations on top and everything, and it's really useful. But if you don't have an editor, I would just use Loom like I'm doing right now, and it makes things a lot easier if you do it that way. Now, even if you can make YouTube videos in less than 5 minutes per week and you can just post every day, if you cannot get traffic to those videos and nobody watches them, you cannot solve problems, you cannot build value, you cannot build trust, and you cannot get clients on the other side because nobody sees you. So how we solve this is using a simple system I call 3-hour YouTube leads that combines YouTube videos, $5 low-cost ads, and an email list to grow our audience on autopilot, fill our business with leads, get them to trust us, and get them to buy from us on the other side. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you exactly how we set it up in our business, but we also run a 5-day challenge that you can join below. And in it, I show exactly the roadmap of how you can apply it to your business with specific steps, a little bit more in depth than the YouTube video, a lot more in depth than the YouTube video, and I help you actually do the stuff because it's a 5-day challenge. So if you want, you can join below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day. Bye.